Okay, good morning all. There's going to be a lot of news today coming up. Of the two most important news are the non-farm payroll. Sorry. First of all, the interest rate for euro. Okay, interest rate for euro will be coming up today, and also interest rate for the pound. Interest rate for the euro will be coming up by Okay, for pounds will be coming up by 1 o'clock. They are predicting that previous was 3.5. They're predicting to go up by 4, which is 50 basic points. If that comes out, we'll see the outlook. But there'll also be monetary policy reports that same time. That is what will actually decide what will happen. Okay, then we also have by 2:15 interest rate by the ECB for euro. Previously was 2.5. They're expecting to increase by 3%. Now, most of our analysis yesterday was actually wrong because the Powell, the the Fed Bank Governor Powell came out and was sounding very dovish, making the dollar to crash down to below 101. All right. Now, technically, I feel at this junction, the market is retesting a daily trend line. Okay, it's testing a daily trend line all the way from November, Monday, 14th of November, 2022. So I feel the market should do some retracement back to at least a high of 102. That is like 100 pips retracement. All right, that is what I feel like. But if most of these governors, the Bank of the ECB and also the Bank of England comes out very positive, it might push the dollar index down to 100 level. But from that level, I believe the market should do a deep retracement. So we have an option to either sit on the sideline and watch or take a trade. But always remember that you should not be taking risk. Okay. The worst I did yesterday was to lose 3% from my account size, which is easily recovered, which can easily be recovered. So we'll be looking at, for me, I still feel that, especially for the European economy with the war and other things, the economy is still poor. So I should be seeing a retracement in the dollar index. And looking at the euro index as well from the daily time frame, we also have a trend line retest from November 2022 as well. All right, I think that's from a daily time frame. So I also want to see from here. All right, so I also want to see retracement on the euro index. So my best bet I'm putting a bet on is on Euro USD. And looking at the daily chart from yesterday, we'll see a gap down. The market is currently at 101. The euro index is at 109.9. Now, I think we'll see the gap more clearly on M15. Okay, good. So I think there's a gap to cover here. All right. Down to 108.6. Okay, so that should mean a retracement for the euro pair. Like I earlier said, that also depends on the reports of their monetary policy immediately after the interest rate is released. We already know that the interest rate is going to come out as forecasted, meaning there might be no much action. So the action will be based on what their the ECB governor will be saying. So taking a look at that, this is my Euro USD chart. Apart from the the dollar index and the euro index, so this is the Euro USD chart, and this is my own outlook. Okay, I see an ABCD pattern short. This is also a trend line here, a retest of a trend line too. But this trend line is from this month though, on H4. So I should see a retracement from this zone, especially for Euro USD, down all the way to around 1.08. That's my TP, which is around this zone. Okay, the market is already doing its retracement. So my stop loss is not far off. My stop loss is around just so that it will not be too much, is 1.106. That is where I'm leaving my stop loss, a very tight stop loss. Okay, a very tight stop loss to avoid much losses. Then take a very long TP. Now, that TP is going to run for today and tomorrow if the market goes our way, in anticipation of the fact that possibly the non-farm payroll for tomorrow will also come in our favor. All right, I think although they are predicting a decrease for the non-farm payroll, previous was 2020, they're forecasting 190. Now, once this figure is able to go above 190, to be positive for the dollar for tomorrow. But that's for tomorrow. Okay, so we are expecting the monetary policies. We pray that, from you, I pray that the market should be dovish, so that our Euro USD will sell and hit our take profits and recover from the losses we had yesterday. So my next best pair will actually be USD CHF. All right, we wanted to buy from around this zone yesterday, 0.915, but market dropped all the way down to 0.905. Okay, that's that's actually a very good level to buy from after breaking this last low. So my TP still remains 0.93. All right, and you can set a very tight stop loss around 0.902. Okay, stop loss below this D level. That is where I anticipate saying Euro USD to sell to. I mean, USD CHF still looking for a buy. Now, one major factor too still remains that for tomorrow there will be NFP, so you have to ensure you use a very tight stop loss just in case we are wrong. All right. GU is, the truth is, the IMF stated yesterday that the UK economy is weak. All right, the UK economy is weak. So even though they're going to increase their own interest rates as well, from Bank of England will be increasing their interest rate from 3.5 to 4%. Okay, so if that happens, it comes out as expected, pounds is supposed to gain some strength, but there's what we call interest rate divergence. Invariably, the US interest rate is still higher than that of the euro and the pound. So I still feel if they come out as expected, there might be no much reaction to the upside. Okay, so because possibly that has been factored in yesterday. So we might be seeing a rally up, a rally down instead. Either a range for against tomorrow, they'll possibly see a sell off tomorrow when the NFP comes out and it comes out positive for the dollar. Okay, so same thing applies to gold. Gold is retesting a upward channel at 1958. So our advice, we can keep away from gold till tomorrow. All right. So I expect that to drop to 1910 or back to 1900, where it picked up the last buy from. Then I think we'll have USD JPY. For the USD JPY, I expect the market to retrace back to around 130.5, which is around this zone. So we already take a look at USD CHF. And for the USD CAD, still within my zone. I would be looking to buy back to 134.5, which is the last high created. Okay, like I say, always make sure now these are very good opportunities. This is like a downward channel, so the market will have to break this channel to ensure that the downtrend is valid. So I'll be setting my stop loss around 132.5, then take a larger. So you always make sure that your take profit is way larger than your stop loss. Right, so you lose less and end up making more. Okay. We have NZD USD. We have NZD USD breaking the upper channel. All right, we have NZD USD breaking the upper channel, and it's around 0.65 zone. Okay, it's around 0.653 zone. So from this zone, I still expect to sell. This is just like a retest of January 18th high. So I'll hope to sell Euro NZD USD down to 0.645. That is where more like a retest of this zone, of this trend line here. So for the market to go down more, I'll prefer a breakout and a retest of this level before I sell. If I do some more sales. Okay, then we have AUD USD here too as well. Okay, possibly I'll prefer a retest of this channel before I actually sell AUD USD, but for me, this is still not a bad place to sell from. Right, so let's see how the DXY reacts. It's already at 101, which is a key zone, more like a support. So if the market keeps going up, I will make sure I hold all my buy positions for all the USD pairs until the market hits 102 before I close my take profits. So that's my outlook for now. I'm sorry, I'm focusing more on the dollar pairs because they're a lot more easier to analyze, and also because of the fact that they more like have lower spread. Okay, pairs like Euro USD and AUD USD have almost zero spread for some of the brokerage firms. So any question so far, just simply unmute yourself and ask your question. Any question so far? Any question? If you have an outlook or any pair apart from Euro US, apart from the US dollar pairs, if you want us to analyze another pair, fine, we can go ahead and do that as well. So if you have any pair in mind, just talk about it. We could analyze it. All right, could analyze it. So any other pair in mind? Any other pair in mind? Or any question at all? Would I have any question?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Please, can you just help me analyze option on gold?
Okay, gold. Okay, I thought we actually picked gold. I said, for me, I feel gold should sell from here. All right, this is like a retest of this trend line, but it's dependent on tomorrow's data that will come out for the NFP. All right, no matter how good your technical analysis is, you always have to back it up with the fundamental analysis. So this is like an ascending channel, all right, on H4 here, and I anticipate a sell after the retest of the upper channel at 1960. All right, that's for me, that's a very key zone to reverse if you're using your quarter theory or supporter resistance. All right, or whole numbers. 1960 is a whole number. So for me, I'm actually selling from here, but I have a very tight stop loss just in case it wants to break this zone. I'm dropping this, I'm taking this sell also because of the NFP. I am expecting the NFP to come out positive tomorrow. My stop loss is just above this high, which is around 1966. That's in case the market just want to do a 50 pip spike, which is 1965. So I'd rather take my stop loss at 1966. If it hits that stop loss, I know my analysis is what? Wrong. Then my take profit is around 1910. I didn't take the take profit all the way down to 1900. I take profit around 1910. Okay. Or what do you see? Are you seeing a buy on gold? Tell us.
As I saw it, just that the thing is trying to play just play with emotions.
I can't hear you clearly. Come again,
My
please.
stop loss around 1960. I said, the same analysis you saw is what I saw. Sell.
Okay.
Just that my stop loss is tighter, 1962. So
okay, 1962 is actually good. It's good.
Okay.
1962 is good. That is, you just don't want to give the trade any breathing space for any major losses, which is actually good sometimes. All right. But me, I just kind of, my risk to reward is all about your risk to reward and the lot size you're trading. You understand?
Okay.
That's just it, basically. Any other person have any question? All right, you're welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Any other question? Yeah, good morning.
For some of us who is just joining this Profen platform, I don't know. You have been trading for some time now, and by the time you get approved, your trading strategy will kind of change based on you've qualified. So, if for example you have, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, if for example you have passed the evaluation stage and you are in the other phase, which is targeting 5% profit, and me now that I just starting evaluation stage, it's a copy thing. I don't know how we are going to work the difference out since you are targeting 5%, I am targeting 8%.
No, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter per se. Just that you still continue to take the same amount of risk you are taking per day. You can be risking 2 or 3% per day. The target 6%. Okay, and with time, you just still basically pass. We're not going to stop trading. You understand? So it's when you pass that you pass and you move on to the next level.
All right, understood.
Okay. Any other question? Are we looking at any other pair? There are so many other pairs we can actually look at. That is the truth. There are so many other pairs we can take a look at, but the lesser the better. The market is very volatile these days, so it's better you take less trades and less risk. Let me just put it that way. It's better you take less trade and less risk, so that you'll be fine in the long run. All right, so see you guys tomorrow. Let's hope for a good trading day. Okay, but I am sure if the dollar pair was to break this trend line, it is heading to 100. That is the next key support zone, and that is the next key support zone. I will be expecting the market to actually buy from there if it doesn't buy from there. All right, so see you guys tomorrow, and good luck, good trading day. Do not take risk. Do not take risks so that you don't lose your account. Bye for now.